UEffect is pleased to have Hailey Reese with us today. Now, Hailey, we're in sunny LA.
Yes.
But you're not originally from here. You're originally from Kitchener-Waterloo.
Yes, I am. I'm from Canada, which is so fun that we're both from Canada. And I was born in Cambridge, but I moved to Waterloo by age 4, and I went to school there, which is really interesting.
How did you come from a small town Canadian girl to releasing your new single in LA?
You know, it's actually a long story, but in a way it flew by so fast. When I was really, really little, I knew that what I wanted to do was sing. And so my mom was kind of like realizing that after 10, 12 years of me saying, "Mom, it's singing, that's it." She's like, "You know what, I'll help her out a little bit." And she's like, for going into high school, she's like, "I will give you, an opportunity to just record the songs that you write for fun, like just for you, no one else." And I recorded some, and somehow they got into the hands of the right people just by word of mouth and just kind of loving it. And I ended up out here meeting my manager and getting started on this album.
Now, did you have any obstacles or hurdles along the way?
Yeah, actually, when I first released a song in grade 9, when I first started high school, people in the area, I mean, you have people that are really supportive, and you're always going to have the people who are taken back by the fact that you're trying to do something different and you're trying to, not do the normal. And a lot of people, they ended up bullying me and trying to make me stop, trying to make me quit. It was a really hard time in my life where I actually felt like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't do it if all these people are just going to judge me and hurt me. But miraculously, in the end, I had a lot of positive people around me. I learned that in order to be successful at something, you have to push through. You can't quit when people, tear you down. There's always going to be people who are encouraging of you, and the most important thing is to not stop.
When you were bullied, what were kind of the reactions of the people around you? Like, did you have support, or was it something that you had to kind of fight on your own?
I had that small core of people who were like standing up for me and encouraging me, but at the same time, a lot of people were afraid, I think, to kind of jump in the middle and like in fear of what other people would say. And so, now they kind of come back and they do realize as we grow older and get a little bit more mature that, being a bystander is just as bad. But I did have, a couple friends who were really supportive of me through it all.
It's very true. We always sometimes think that we're always alone, especially in a bullying situation. But there's so many other people out there. You just have to kind of look above that in some
It's so
ways.
true. And, being young, especially, it's like you feel like everything is the end of the world. Like when people don't like you or people are going against you, you feel like my life's over. And it's really not. There is so much more to life than that. There is so much more like beyond it. And I think that that's the biggest thing that people need to remember.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being on UEffect.
Thank you so much for having me. It's amazing to be, to see something like this and see people really going against it. It's awesome.
It's amazing to have role models who are advocating for the voice of young people.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Do you have any advice for other young people who may be in that similar boat and don't have the supporters to step in?
Oh, 100%. I have the biggest advice that I could give to people, going through it or people stepping in is that everyone has problems. Everyone goes through the same things, and you can turn to people. You're not alone. Even if you feel like nobody cares or like nobody's going to be there for you, there are people who will be there for you. There are people, like me and like you, who really do care for those people. And the biggest thing is to just, stand up for what you believe in and just continue with what you're passionate about.